Hello, it's my pleasure to talk to you today about how can HR help in the post-corona situation. I want to start with this picture of G-Star, and you see a beautiful face mask developed by G-Star, and you see my, you could say, amateur mask. I'll take it off now, not necessary here. This is, well, you know, a €1 non-medical mask. We have to wear it in the trains. But G-Star took the opportunity to develop something nice, and they are selling it for, I see here, $59.95, I think, for 5 masks. So that is, you could say, taking an opportunity, helping society, providing nice masks, and developing some business as well. I think I like it. Unfortunately, those masks are sold out at the moment. I'm sure they will make new ones. So, what do I want to do today? Basically, I have one simple sheet and I'm building it up. Yes. I want to talk about, hey, what is important, what will be important going forward, yes, and how can HR contribute. And on the top, I drew, you could say, 4 elements that will be important going forward in my view. And of course, there will be many views. Whether it's exactly these 4, I don't know. Number 1 on my list is productivity. We know that productivity will be high on the list. How can we regain business? How can we start growing our business again? How can we develop new business? How can we innovate our business? I will come to innovation in a minute. But productivity, and we know that productivity has gone down in the past weeks, months. Of course, some people, some teams have become more productive, but overall, hypothesis, productivity has gone down, and we have to regain productivity very quickly and very fast. Productivity high on the list. Number 2, innovation. I already mentioned it, because there's a new situation, things have changed, and the question is, how are businesses adapting? How are businesses changing? How are business innovating? How are business getting business out of the new situation? Example, G-Star, I showed you a couple of minutes ago. So productivity, innovation. Number 3 on my list is helping to build resilience. I also mentioned the word there, anti-fragility. I like that. That's from a book of Taleb. I see whether I can find it. Here it is. Taleb. It's called Anti-Fragile, and I think that's a very appropriate book in these times, because he makes a plea. How can you not break, but how can you create, and how can you be adaptive enough to take benefits out of situations as we are in today? But building resilience is a priority for many organizations, because they know that we are in a crisis now. Did we expect it? Probably not, but there will be new crises, and the better we are able to deal with new situations fast, the better it is. So building resilience, high priority in organizations going forward. The 4th one is well-being. How do we take care of people in the organizations? How do we take care of our clients, that we can deal with our clients in a safe way? But it's not only employees, it's not only clients, but it's also society in the wider sense. How can we help to solve serious issues in society? Also, how can we help as organizations, as businesses? I also say, well-being, sustainability, responsibility. I don't know exactly what is the right word. So 4 areas: productivity, innovation, resilience, it's a difficult word, anti-fragility, well-being, sustainability. So where are areas where HR can help to tackle these priorities? And number one, not surprisingly on my list again, is personalization. Has been a long-term trend in the HR people domain, but you can see that in the current situation, by using personalization, by using personalized approaches, we can gain a lot. And probably it affects all of those areas. Personalization, if we have the right data, for example, at this moment, we can try to find out where the people, where the teams are that at this moment have become more productive. I'm sure there are teams, there are people who have become more productive. What can we learn from them? What are they doing that we can apply in other areas? But also, what do people need and what do they want? And that's a varied picture. It's not one size fits all, but we have to be focused and meticulous to try to find it out and then see whether we can adapt the way we work, we can adapt our organization to make sure that we kind of, there's a good fit between all those wishes, needs, capabilities of people and what we want to accomplish in the market. So personalization. Number two, technology. And I'm talking about HR here, so it's also HR technology. And technology, the use of technology has increased a lot over the past years. The uptake in the HR domain has maybe not been so fast, but you could say the Corona crisis acts as a kind of incubator. Developments that were going on are accelerated. Not all of them, unfortunately, but many trends are accelerated in the HR tech domain. Where obvious, the use of all kind of collaboration, communication methodologies, but also tech in the learning domain. In fact, in all the domains. The challenge here is, which was already a challenge, is that we not only use the technology, but that we also redesign the way we work and the way we do things. That we just, you can say we look at the things we did in the past, we use technology and try to replicate it as good as possible. We could also say, hey, this is a good moment to redesign the way we are doing things. And it has to do with dimensions as speed. We have to be faster. It has to do with personalization as well. We cannot offer solutions that are the same for everybody. So, big opportunities in technology. Third, learning and development. It's clear that all those areas, productivity, innovation, resilience, well-being, that through effective learning and development interventions, we can contribute from the HR perspective a lot. But then we have to do things probably also a little bit differently. And what you saw in the past, for example, say, okay, let's digitize learning and development, and we put all kind of solutions in the cloud, and if you go online, of course, you can find all kind of learning solutions. But the question is, does that help me at this moment to do my work better and to contribute to the issues that are here on the list? And question mark how that will develop. But I hope that also the providers in the learning and development domain, but also the users, the organizations, that they take this opportunity. And how can we help people to do their work better, more effective, and they really have impact in the end, you could say, the marketplace. And there is all kind of technology. I'm not talking extensively here about technology, but for example, there is software available today that, for example, could tape my presentation at this moment, and already at this moment could start feeding me relevant cues. Say, hey Tom, slow down a little bit. You're talking too fast, people cannot follow you. Maybe ask a question, if it was a live audience. Do you understand me? Can you follow me? Do you have any questions? Maybe if it's towards the end of the presentation, Tom, summarize, round off, draw your conclusions. So help me at this moment to do my presentation better, and then afterwards the whole presentation could be compared, for example, with best-in-class presentations, and give me suggestions how to improve my presentation in the future. The use of technology in the L&D domain is important, combined with, and I will come back to that, with good metrics. The fourth yellow pad, it's all work in progress. Nothing is grained in stone. I don't know exactly, of course, also how it's going, but I'm trying to find out and trying to learn a lot. But the way we are organized and the way we work also can contribute. This, in a sense, is a good time for self-managed organizations. And we have seen that self-managed teams, self-managed organizations that adhere to those type of principles, have probably been able to adapt quicker and faster, because they are not waiting for instructions from headquarters. What should we do? What can we do? What are the rules and regulations? They are able to organize themselves and adapt, and we need more of that. You always hear the plea for, exactly in these situations we need strong leadership. Yes, we need strong leadership, but we need strong distributed leadership, not the top people who say what we should do and that things will be all right. Or self-managed organizations have an advantage, and this is a moment to accelerate that development as well. But it's not only about self-managed organizations, it's also the way we look at the organization. What is an organization? Is it, you could say, traditionally the people within the boundaries of the organization and the people who are on the payroll, or do we look at the wider ecosystem? Who can contribute? Who can contribute to deliver the goals we want, whether they are exactly on the payroll or outside, or whether they are in other type of organizations that can help us. So look at the wider ecosystem is also something that will help us going forward, and where HR can, of course, play an important role. Again, nothing new. The trends were there, working more agile, learning by doing, experimenting, and that's also clearly a trend that will be accelerated, that is accelerated at this moment. We don't know exactly what works and does not work, so we have to design, and we have to design experiments. We have to try, see what works, and not immediately for the whole organization, but try something here. If it works, expand it. Look if it still fits with that type of organization or that unit in your organization. Working agile, measuring, continuous improvement will help to drive the changes and to help transform organizations. I'm reaching the end of the time. The last box, the last yellow pad, is clearly, it's about data collection and analytics. And this is the time again where we need good people analytics, where we need good HR analytics. What is working? What is not working? What is the mood in the organization? Clever organizations have increased in the past weeks, have increased their efforts for continuous measurement, how the engagement, how the mood in the organization is developing, and to learn from that data. One, to learn where there are issues and where they can help and where they can intervene, but also to try to find out, hey, here are spots that are flourishing. what can we learn from those people? What can we learn from those teams? But productivity, well, we can talk lengthily about productivity, because generally for many professions there's still a lack of reliable good data on how we can improve productivity in certain professions. I have one other one. Recruitment selection. Always probably one of the first things on the list. Through clever recruitment and selection, we can also, from an HR perspective, help to drive those important issues and to tackle those important issues. We will probably need different type of people. Only talking about resilience. Who are the people who can help us, to become more resilient? Who are the people who are resilient by nature? So yes, recruitment and selection can contribute a lot. Side remark, anti-cyclical recruitment is always a good practice. These are good times to recruit for many organizations. There's good people on the market. So at this moment, go ahead and pick your chance. There will be, and I don't want to polish that away, and there will be super tough times ahead. Layoffs, economic crisis, and that is unavoidable. And we, you could say, as the HR profession, should look at how can we contribute fast, quick, data-driven, fact-driven. I think, this was my last yellow box, and now it says here, Tom, round off and summarize. So what I try to do in these, in 19 minutes, is sketch what I see at this moment, work in progress, what I see as high priorities on the list going forward in organizations: productivity, innovation, building resilience, having a focus on well-being in the wider sense, not only the well-being of the employees, but also the well-being of clients, the well-being of suppliers, the well-being of the wider society. And there are numerous areas where HR can contribute and how HR can contribute. Of course, we have to make clever choices. Good times, in a sense, time to accelerate trends, and time to show that the impact of HR can be big. Success. Bye bye.